him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Smith. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now comes Wan'Dale Robinson with this New York offense. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is okay. We've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Beck. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10. Smith again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Here's Smith. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown Bears. Christian McCaffrey. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Beck. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Beck. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darren Waller, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Smith to Barkley on the check down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Gino now to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Hey, check, go.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith. James has got it, complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Gino. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. On 1st down, Beck eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on 2nd down, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st. Back to throw. Beck. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that is caught. Touchdown.
Why can't we score?
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Come on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now Gino on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A handoff, McCaffrey running. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Beck. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down. Beck. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st and 10, Smith. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Smith throwing again. Forced out to his left. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Gino. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 45-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. On 1st and 10, Beck. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Ball start. Offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. McCaffrey following the penalty. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Beck got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Deebo Samuel with a touchdown on 91 yards of victory includes Tony Dorsett, Isaac Bruce, and the Bears have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. New York set to take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Defensively, they just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they're going to speed things up here. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Room here to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. All downs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Half the 60, half the 60.
Again, Smith. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now it's Smith. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
Hurry, hurry.
Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Throwing again is Smith. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
One last throw here for Smith. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game